Okay, you on? Hi, everybody. I'm waiting for somebody to join me tonight. We're going to be having a really serious discussion with a minor child who's going to share her story. I don't know if you are new to my page, if you're my followers, and I have someone who really needs to tell their story tonight. Oh, I do know the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, most definitely. I do God's work all day. I save children from horrific abusers, and I expose horrific abusers who do horrific things to children. I do God's work. This is why I'm here, and I just need as many people to join. I didn't announce to anybody that I was going to do a live tonight. This is something that is a very scary and sad topic to talk about. But right now we're going to have a very serious conversation about the state of the family court system here in the United States and the state of children in America and what is going on here in this country within the family court system and involving domestic violence and child abuse victims. So I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for some more people to join. I hope we get more people tonight. But I didn't post this. This is just kind of, we're doing this on a whim. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. All right. I am waiting. I'm just gonna kind of say what's going on. How is everybody? Hi, everybody. My name is Bethany. I'm trying to see if I can get some followers on. I usually announce when I'm going to do a live, but this is going to be a little bit different tonight. So let's see. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a child abuse, domestic violence advocate. I'm a civil rights advocate. And tonight, well, pretty much all day, all I do is kind of shuffle through the American judicial system, uncovering corruption and all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's see. Just waiting for more people. Maybe we'll see. So if everybody's just kind of logging on, I've got a really crazy case today to expose. I'm someone very close and dear to me has asked to do a live, but I want to make sure we're going to get the guests on here. For those who are starting to follow me or don't know who I am, I'm a child abuse advocate and I fight the corrupt judicial system in America every single day. That's the best way to describe this.
Hi.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
That's okay, sweet pea. We only have like 3 people on, but
That's okay.
let me ramble for a minute until I usually have to be on like 3-4 minutes before things start going.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn my camera on.
You can turn your camera on? Okay,
Yeah.
sweet girl. For those who are watching, hi, there's my little nugget. How are you doing, sweet pea?
Good, thank you.
It's been a crazy day, hasn't it, baby girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not going to focus too much on the viewer situation right now. We're just going to talk, okay? So I'm going to give a rundown of who I am and what we're going to talk about for a little bit tonight. All right, sweet pea. And then we're going to introduce you. And I'm going to tell everybody who you are and your story. All right. Do I have your permission?
Yes.
You have my permission. Okay. Your permission. I have your permission. All right. For those who don't know me, my name is Bethany James. I'm a domestic violence and child abuse advocate. I'm a civil rights advocate. And I'm a human rights advocate. Really, let's just get down to the bottom of it. And today I witnessed some of the most egregious corruption out of Cook County in Chicago, Illinois, out of Judge Rosa Silva's chamber or courtroom today. I'm done with this corruption. I am done with this judicial system, and I am done with white men being able to buy their freedom in family court when they're up against child abuse and domestic violence allegations. I'm tired of a system protecting people who can buy their freedom in court. And I'm sick and tired of individuals not being held accountable for their crimes. At this moment, I have with me a beautiful young victim who has contacted me to speak out. Her case is out of Chicago. I am not in Chicago. I don't live in Chicago, but I have met this beautiful child. And today, this beautiful child was ordered to be returned to her abuser. There is an open investigation of SA. There is findings from a DCSF report that states this child has endured the most horrific crimes by the hands of her father. And there's a lot of domestic violence involved. But I want this beautiful young child to tell her story this evening because she has been ordered to be returned to her abuser. I have met her. I have met her mother. I have investigated this case. I have seen the level of judicial corruption that is unspeakable. I can't tell you how many constitution violations I've witnessed. I can't tell you how many state violations. I can't tell you how many ethics violations between the guardian ad litem, Mr. Steve Wasko, who lied through his teeth today on the stand, to the attorney who didn't serve my client anything. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Welcome to the American family court system. All right, Missy, I want you to tell me who you are. And I want you to tell me your story, what you want to tell tonight. And we're going to record it. And then I'm going to post this on my YouTube, all the live and everything. I'm going to post it on the YouTube. And then I'm going to do a duet to continue to repost. And then I'm going to repost the videos that you're posting this evening. Okay, sweetheart? I just want to let you know what's going on. All right. So why don't you tell everybody who you are, sweetie, and what's going on? What's been going on, sweets?
Okay, so my name is Camilla, and I'm 12 years old. And recently, actually this morning when I got all ready and packed, I went to school. But then it was a normal day. My mom had court, and then after school, my sister picked me up, and I thought that was weird. And then we had to wait for a minute, and then I went inside. And then my mom was crying, and she was telling me that they gave custody over to my grandma on my father's side, which my abusive biological father, by the way, and which sexual assault. They're trying to bring me back over with him.
Now, at your grandma's house, does your grandma have, because your father is in that property, correct?
Yeah, correct. They live in the same household. They live together. That pathetic man can't even get his own house. I'm just saying. That shouldn't be a thing for a
So
father.
you're being ordered to go live with your abuser's mother.
Yeah.
At your grandmother's home, where your abuser lives with who?
With his mom and my brother that ran away.
And does anybody else live in the home besides those two? Is his girlfriend live there, or?
Yeah. His girlfriend lives there, and his girlfriend is horrible. She
She's what?
abused me. Sorry. His
No,
girlfriend.
just I would love for you to hear, because I watched everything that happened today, and this is your moment to testify and to tell your truth, since you're being denied your ability to speak in court, which is your constitutional right, especially when you're a child and a victim You're a victim, right?
Yeah,
And you have victims' rights, correct?
correct.
So please tell me your story, sweetheart, in terms of this woman and what she means to you and all that good stuff. Tell me about her.
Okay. So his girlfriend, she at one point forced me to call her mom, and
She forced you to call her mother?
yeah, and I don't know how to describe it. She smokes, she drinks every single day, and yet she'll deny it. And that she's an alcoholic. You could see craters on her face from smoking daily, and she's disgusting to me, and she won't stop any of it. She's like every day she's high, and then at one point she was like, "Call me mom, okay? Call me mom or shut the hell up." I don't
Oh,
be like vulgar, but
is your
literally,
dad married to this woman or is this your dad's girlfriend?
this is just his girlfriend. I
Oh, so the
yeah,
girlfriend's verbally abusing you?
yeah, mentally too.
What does she do mentally to you? If you can double tap this screen and like I'm interviewing a very young victim of SA who has been subjected to the most horrific judicial abuse today. I'm exposing corruption in Chicago. I saw the most horrific shenanigans in the family court room in Cook County in Chicago and Judge Rosa Silva's courtroom.
Yeah.
So if you can double tap your screen and keep going and keep rolling because we got to get as many views and as many likes as possible to get this young child's story out tonight because she's been ordered to live with her abuser despite the fact that there's an open SA investigation with the Chicago PD and despite the fact that there are findings on DCSF within DCSF of SA allegations against this minor child's father. This is the minor child's decision to publicly come out and to tell her story. This child has not been coerced or put up to this in any extent. This child is fully aware of her rights as a child and as an American citizen and is using her First Amendment constitutional right to speak her truth. And she will not be silenced. Okay, continue on, sweetheart. We got some new viewers.
So basically, today, what changed everything is when my mom told me I had to go back with, you know, my abusive biological father's mother, which technically is in the same care as him because,
Right.
again, they're in the same household. So if I'm going with her, technically I'd be with him. And I already told.
Ah, you see, so this is the second time she's been kicked off. So the minute we talk about SA, TikTok kicks her off. So this is the second time she's trying to tell her story. And I guarantee you they're going to ban her. So I'm going to continue to tell what's going on today in this case. This child that was just on speaking is being silenced. She's the victim of assault. Her mother is the victim of domestic violence. There are restraining orders and everything else. There is a level of unconstitutional behavior that's going on in family courtrooms across America that will make your head spin. If you think this TikTok ban is something, you haven't stuck your head in a family courtroom in America because it is the most wild, wild west of shit shows that you could possibly have. I had every intention to try to interview her. We were going to try to do a live, but she's been kicked off because the conversation isn't a conversation that people want to have. But welcome, everybody. My name's Bethany James. I am a child abuse advocate. I'm a domestic violence advocate. I'm a human rights advocate. And here in America, your civil rights, your constitutional rights are being violated every single day. And there's no child safe in this country. There truly is no child safe in this country. The American government has lost its mind and has gotten a little too out of control. Today, in Cook County, in Chicago, Judge Rosa Silva engaged in some of the most egregious courtroom shenanigans that I've ever seen. Denying a mother who has lupus, who's had a stroke as a result of all of this and the domestic violence that she's endured by the hands of her abuser, who just went after custody under the guise of quote unquote parental alienation syndrome. Mr. Steve Wasko, this child's guardian ad litem, is going to be in the hot seat because there's far too much evidence that we've kept and in relation to his testimony and his ability to tell the truth, because it doesn't seem like any attorney in this country can ever tell the truth. Welcome to America. We're lawyers. Quite literally, almost 4% of Americans are lawyers. So if you're wondering why you can't get anything done in this country without a lawyer, well, it's because 4% of them run this country. And if you think that your constitutional rights are going to always be protected by a judge, think again. This is America, where judges can do whatever they want. And there's no accountability. There's no oversight. There's nothing. They just do what they want. Family court in America is the magical land of magical lawmaking. They don't care about your due process. They don't care about your constitutional rights. They don't care about your First Amendment rights, your 14th Amendment. They don't care about any of them. You want to know what they care about? They care about money. Money. Do you want to know what you're worth in America? Just how much you can pay to stay alive, to stay out of jail. Because what would you do if your child came to you and said that they had been sexually accosted, assaulted, whatever word that happens to come out of a child's mouth in regarding this? Can you imagine? Can you imagine going to the cops? Can you imagine doing all your due diligence as a protective parent? You get a restraining order. You get everything. And then all of a sudden, a magical new judge gets assigned to your case because your attorney's got friends. His attorney's got friends to make all these magical things happen. I mean, I've investigated well over 200 cases across this country. And I can assure you, here in America, everybody's civil liberties on the line. Everybody. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. If you have a child in America, you're not safe, because CPS, DCSF, whatever you call it, can show up at your door anytime. If you're divorced or getting separated and there's any issues of domestic violence or a new wife coming in or whatever all the fun stuff is that leads to this shit show of family court, no child's safe because every child's for sale. Child for sale, child for sale. Welcome to America, where every child is for sale to the highest bidder. We don't protect our children in America. We sell our children in America. That's it. We don't protect them. We send them to school to be slaughtered these days because a gun's far more important than, I don't know, your right to live. Pfft, who knows? People have gone mad, and the psychos of this world are running the world. I've never met a narcissistic sociopath or any person on that spectrum of dark psychology that didn't have a mama who wasn't just as crazy. Seriously, behind every crazy man is a crazier mother, 99.9% of the time. I'd love someone to actually come up with those statistics. Because today in Cook County, Chicago, Judge Rosa Silva issued a really bad grandma full custody of a child who has been assaulted by this woman's son. So open investigation in Chicago of the assault, still open. I messaged the cop the other day. Can you give me an update on this case, sir? Oh, we're pending DNA evidence. Well, how long does DNA evidence take? The DNA evidence take to get back on an assault charge? I mean, you would theoretically think that any and every judge in America working at family court, working around cases involving allegations of domestic violence and child abuse and all these other stuff, if they knew that there was an open investigation with the police department and that there was findings from a CPS or DCS report, you would think, logically speaking, because they would have to be logical, right, to make this happen, that they would actually do their job and that they would say this child has a victim's bill of rights, and that they really do, but they don't listen to it. They just do whatever they want because judges just do whatever they want. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious to think that people actually think I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm like literally seeing this stuff every single day. And it's hysterical in its own insanity to think that these judges and corrupt judicial officials are going to get away with it. They actually think they're like the Murdochs. They're like the Murdochs. This is the best way. Pete, get out of here, Mr. Pete Weber. Nobody likes you. Go away. You don't have a clue, Pete. Go away. I'm not dealing with toxic people today. I'm just not. I'm done. If you're going to be hatred or vile, just get off my page. I'm not here for you tonight, and you don't want a piece of me today. We are talking about serious crimes being committed against the people of the United States. We are talking about crimes against humanity. We are talking about child abuse, domestic violence, the most absurd judicial corruption and collusion you've ever seen. So if you want to sit here and get on my page and try to play games with me, tonight's not the night. I'm going to tell you. I'm done. I'm done with witnessing the most horrific atrocities against American children that can occur. When we fail to protect our victims and to throw the people who are protecting them into jail, all based off of some junk science known as parental alienation syndrome, which they all know is fake and fictitious and made up. They all know it because they've had to learn the legal arguments to counteract it, so they know it. So it's designed intentionally to inflict the most pain on victims. On victims. Because that's what we do here in America. Everything in a courtroom is about the show. It's all a circus. It's all